Yeah. David Graeber, he was an amazing man. There's no two ways about it. And he was a great inspiration to me.
Honouring that ordinary person who was a mate, who was a laugh, who wanted to go down the pub and be like everybody else.
David taught us to think, David taught us to dream, and David was a man of inspiration.
And may we perform, may we play, may we remember David with a big smile and a big heart. Thank you.
We are here, but we're also most certainly there in New York, Rojava, Japan, and the ZAD. And in all points between, there is joy to be had. So let's read, and let's laugh, and let's sing, and let's cry. And we'll all get to say both hello and goodbye on this wonderful day as we gather in care. We say, David, your presence is felt everywhere.
Everyone who knew him said he was a funny, brilliant and completely charming man.
And what was incredible is the immense humility he had, no matter how simple or may appear at first question may have been silly. He took the time to engage and to explain.
Direct action is ultimately the defiant insistence on acting as if one is already free. Consumer debt is the lifeblood of our economy. All modern nation states are built on deficit spending. Debt has come to be the central issue of international politics, but nobody seems to know exactly what it is.
And you know, I talked to him about how it would be really good to try and bring together some of the great expertise that's out there in terms of understanding how insanely irrational and destructive this economy is, and how available the solutions are. He sent out an email, said the title was XR Needs Brains, and that was with typical sort of like tongue-in-cheek.
He wrote bullshit jobs over there, and for 6 years, every single Saturday and Sunday, he would take when taking a break from his writing, he would just walk those 200 meters down, and we would chat for sometimes an hour, sometimes less. He would get his dinner, he would get a coffee, he would come and chat with me.
Each day we would go for a walk and we will meet people every 2 meters, and yeah, it was just really like an amazing community.
I just wanted to say thank you, David, and in your memory we'll all continue making each other together in care and freedom.
I pray that we can all take all those lessons forward in the creativity that we show in the face of these immense challenges that the world faces right now. But it will be a lesser place without him. So thank you, David.
first met David Graeber in Parliament Square, and I wanted to tell him that my dream was to start mass civil disobedience. And I went up shyly to talk to him, and he told me he was not very well and he was feeling very grumpy. So I didn't bother him with it that day. And what I understood from David was that he really liked to be an ordinary rebel. He was up for stuffing envelopes with the rest of us. He didn't want a special place. And so honouring that ordinary person who was a mate, but also honouring him as a great soul, as a great spirit. We need people on the left like that inspire us and hold our tradition of resistance and hold our memory and can educate us and inspire us and teach us where to look for ourselves and where to find ourselves. And I think of David in that way, but also honouring him as a great soul, as a great spirit, as a beautiful man who could channel genius and inspire so many of us with his intellect and his knowledge. When we were in Parliament Square, we shouted his name out 3 times, and I just wanted to do that again. David Graeber! David Graeber! David Graeber!
This is a song for heroes. No medals, none, no honors from the Queen knows. This is a song for heroes. A song for those who do what won't get done. It's those for whom the selfless fight. It's what they do, and they don't think twice. Or even once, let's be precise. Those heroes. So one last time for heroes. A song for those, a song for one, no more unsung. This is a song for heroes. This is a song for heroes. Care Freedom song for heroes. Care Freedom song for heroes. Care Freedom.
I was thinking that David actually followed in the tradition of William Morris, who said everything should either be beautiful or useful. If it wasn't either, you shouldn't have it and shouldn't make it and shouldn't use it. His loss to us is huge, but his inspiration to us is enormous. I want to read a little bit of Pirate Enlightenment, or The Mock Kings of Madagascar. For about 100 years, from the end of the 17th century towards the close of the next, the east coast of Madagascar was seen of a shadow play of storied pirate kings, pirate atrocities, pirate utopias, rumours of which shocked, inspired and entertained the cafe and pub-going populations of the North Atlantic world. There is absolutely no way, from our current vantage, to disentangle these accounts and establish a definitive narrative of which were true and which were not. Some clearly weren't. The great kingdom created in Madagascar by Captain Henry Every and his 10,000 pirate henchmen, which in the very first decade of the 18th century many in Europe believed was on the verge of establishing itself as one of the world's preeminent naval powers, did not actually exist. That's the opening of his book. David, thank you for what you did in your life. Thank you for the inspiration you've given us. And thank you for opening our minds to what we have to make possible in order to make possible the survival of ourselves and our planet. Thank you very much.
I don't know if it's allowed, but if it were, grab your dancing partners now. Because 1, 2, 3, hey!